girl, hey.
Hey.
It is Lo Mein.
And easygoing Esther Jade. And this is
Girl What
Podcast.
So today our episode is Girl What? Free flow thought. So what that means pretty much is we just going to come at y'all with some topics that are going on. We do want to let y'all know that we pre-recorded this topic, or excuse me, not this topic, this episode. So some of the topics that we are going to be talking about may be resolved, but
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it won't.
I don't think so.
And y'all will find out quickly why we say that.
That's right.
So
This is only the beginning.
definitely the beginning of a new year and the beginning of the ghetto. Okay. So on this particular segment, you know, if you've been around for a while, you know it's What's the Tea, sis?
Yeah.
And so we're gonna be talking about America, the ghetto.
Oof. All the way. You know what? I don't even give it the pleasure of calling it ghetto. I would just call it delusional and just dysfunctional.
And I put America the ghetto because you know how like people just be like everything is just so ghetto, but like the ghetto, like, and it's not really ghetto. Yes, it's a smorgasbord of everything at this point. You know,
The reason why I wouldn't call it ghetto because people who are in the ghetto or from the ghetto understand, right? There's a sense of in my mind, I've never like been a part of that community, but in my mind, just listening to other people, there's a certain sense of community. But I feel like what's worse than ghetto?
But listen, even though this is something that we might not agree with, it's people that are in community with this. So,
oh yeah. Well,
ghetto.
I mean, it's not
our ghetto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it's
their
somebody's ghetto.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, all right. So, just so we can get into what we're talking about.
Lord, let me take a sip of water. Go ahead. I'm trying to get myself more hydrated for this conversation.
And we're going to cover a few points of this, but first things first, y'all's president.
That's right.
Has done something yet again. What's new these days, right?
Delusional
and he has gone and kidnapped the Venezuelan president, Nicolás Maduro, and his wife,
Cilia
Flores. So, Esther, you want to let the people know why that man did this?
Oh, for the oil. They've been, listen, it's been going on for decades that the United States have been trying to get at Venezuela and steal the oil reserves. Because, being on stolen land ain't enough.
Already.
Oppressing people on stolen land ain't enough.
Of course not.
They got to spread the delusion even more, you know? And what's so crazy is I saw something on social media today before I came in, and they actually took Maduro and the First Lady to the same facility where they held Diddy, and I forgot who the other person was.
It wasn't Epstein, was it?
No, it was Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, yeah.
And then some other guy.
It was one other person, but it was like the high profile.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd seen that as well.
You saw her wearing a hoodie and all this stuff, and they were trying to get him out of the vehicle, and it looked like he was having some trouble with his knees or his ankles or whatever,
Crazy.
Crazy. And there's some people who are happy that he's been dethroned because, he is oppressive to them. But the people that are going to be mad at the regime change are the ones that were flourishing under Maduro. It's nothing different. It's what they tried to do to Cuba, or what they tried to do to Vietnam. SSDD, as my dad would say. And for those who don't know what that means, same shit, different day. Read a book.
Shiitake. And then the crazy part, or the part that I just chuckled at, that man said that he was going to...
He's not even a man.
No.
You're giving him too much credit, but go ahead.
I'd rather say that than his name.
The scum.
Or we can call him the orange.
I'm not going to desecrate orange like that. That's a beautiful color. Don't desecrate that color.
And it's a wonderful fruit.
And a wonderful fruit.
But he said, how they were going to...
Sorry, go ahead.
America was going to be running Venezuela while they sorted this all out.
Running it into the ground like he's doing us now?
But the thing is this, like... And I hate to say this, right? But I saw something on Instagram. And And it just, all it said was, and it's no context, but everybody already knew. All it said, because I think it was after like another mass shooting or something like that. It just simply said, why haven't they been shot yet?
That's what I was thinking when, I was thinking it was New Year's Eve or day or whatever when they had the billionaires on one island. I'm like, yo, they're all in one spot. With it APB, they're all in one spot.
Exactly.
But apparently certain people aren't mad enough yet. They're still waiting for us to do something. And we have been told y'all. We've been told y'all since 1619. And we already know what happens when we try to do stuff. So guess what?
We going to sit back.
Let me grab my water real quick, y'all.
Say, look, we going to sit back. We gonna pop our popcorn and we going to enjoy the show. Look.
That's what I'm going to do, y'all.
Because listen, we're tired of carrying the world on our shoulders.
And getting killed.
But to say, and then like you said, it's always us getting killed or us getting blamed for something or, we're getting the fingers pointed at us. But the people behind us are the ones
just can't
who are
down.
doing everything.
That's what they're saying. They just can't stay down. You know why? Because we don't want to. It's just like when people said, "Oh, you didn't want to," our ancestors didn't want to be free, but they never talked about the over the 250 times that slaves had revolted.
Right.
Because they don't want nobody to get no ideas.
I say they don't want to tell the whole story. Of course.
Well, if they were to tell these things, it would give other people ideas. That's why you should read, people.
Reading is fundamental.
And free. So what about this? Canceled flights in the Caribbean. The FAA grounded U.S. flights in the region because of Trump administration's military action in Venezuela that began January 3rd and ended the 4th.
Yeah, girl. And it's so funny.
I know those people were mad.
I hadn't even known about that. And I just so happened to be scrolling and I saw a woman and she was like, we're literally stuck here. She was like, they've grounded all of the flights. And of course, this is in the midst of, so they didn't know how long it was going to last. But it was flights coming in and flights going out. So people, luckily, it only lasted as short as it did because I was about to say, I know there would have been a bunch of people who were up the creek without a paddle if it would have been any longer because, of course, you have work. And then, school started back today for kids around here anyway. And then just the many different things of people getting back to that norm after their holiday and their vacation. So, again, it's like people think, or I hope they have already realized when one thing happens, it's like, you plant a seed.
Yeah, domino effect.
And yeah, it has that domino effect. And it's just like, don't just think, oh, that's there. It's not going to affect us, or oh, this is happening to this part. This not going to affect
anyway.
us. I was going to say it might not be an immediate effect, but long term, it'll definitely affect us all. And so it's just like, honestly, and I don't say this to scare people, but get your stuff in order because it's like at any point you might need to get up and bounce.
Have your go bags ready, people.
Always, because it's like even though
divest from the banks.
Like, keep your cash.
Right. They stopped making the penny, y'all. Y'all know what's next.
Exactly.
They trying to make us go cashless. Don't resist.
Yes.
But with that said, I hope that inconvenience of the canceled flights has awoken some people.
I hope so too.
You know what I mean? Because you're right. This isn't just the beginning. This has been ongoing since this terrorism has been in the office.
Yeah.
Last January. And
it's been a whole year.
Listen, it's so funny. Literally before I came in here, I saw an IG reel where it was this guy. He was like, what's it, liberal whites saying, like, I can't believe this is happening. How is this happening? And this is the blacks.
Right.
The indigenous, the Asians, the gays, the children, the women. Like, this, like, they were like, oh, this has never happened in history. And everybody's looking like, what? And yeah, okay.
Like, oh, you decided to take your blinders off, or not decided to, you were forced to take your blinders off. So now you see what the rest of us have been seeing for the longest time.
Exactly.
Welcome. Take a seat. We'll make room for you on the couch in this instance.
Listen, I don't know. They might have to go be on the porch. Some people can't come on the couch. So the Virginia Defenders for Freedom, Justice, and Equality held an emergency protest in Richmond to denounce the U.S. attack on Venezuela and the capture of Maduro and Flores.
kudos to them.
I love it. But I'm going to need people to tap into their American Revolution, French Revolution, Haitian Revolution, all of that. What was the revolution down in South America? I can't remember, with Hugo Chavez.
Listen, you need to be revolutionaries.
Yes. Well,
because it's no, sorry.
No, the revolution is not televised. It's
Not
going to
at
start
all.
in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In your mind. And you got to think outside of the box. Start reading things that is indicative of indigenous cultures and things like, what do they call it? Tribal Tribune. I like those because it takes out law and the very strict and binary thinking, and you are looking at people as people and hearing the whole story, right?
Yep.
And I think that's another thing that a lot of times things are happening because people are reacting to the fear and insecurity that's been put upon them. So basically man-made issues, right?
Yeah.
And you need to be able to have a human heart in order to see through the matter, right? So, and I think this is only the beginning. I think people need to get mad. Women, get in touch with your inner rage. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's say and the thing is, like you said, get mad, and then when you get mad, don't just internalize it.
No. Organize. Be organized.
Yeah.
Educate yourself. You don't have to read a ton of books. You know, join groups where you can learn things. There are people who are teaching about these things. But also thinking of more actions you can take. The possibility of a tax strike.
Yes. With tax season here.
Oh, you mean not filing your taxes?
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I think people need to do that.
Yeah, so I think it's funny. Again, just kind of like how you were saying, you know, like get mad. Do something that's going to make the people look at you and get a conversation going.
But boycott smartly. Like, I'll take it back to the Birmingham boycotts. I think it was 18 months these people had boycotted the bus system down there. And they came up with a system to help people get to where they need to go. You know, you have to understand that you're going to have to be uncomfortable. The only way we can get through this is that everybody has to be uncomfortable. And then people are so addicted to comfortability. You got to get off. With my mom my dad said, you either shit or get off the pot. So if you don't like what's happening, get off the pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts?
I agree with you 100%. And the thing is, I chuckle because when I had seen this and kind of like did a little bit of research on it, I actually did see that I saw more white people talking about this than blacks or, you know, any minority, air quotes, you know? So definitely.
Now, when you say see, you mean in your algorithm or like in person?
Algorithms.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it'll be interesting to see if this is something that they do follow through with. Again, because, you know, they try to coin the word woke and make it a negative.
Cultural appropriation again.
But, you know, it's, you know, from our standpoint, it can be, okay, yes, these people are beginning to, you know, become aware and they are becoming woke because it's like, hey, again, kind of like what you said earlier, you taking a seat on the couch. You're seeing firsthand now things that we've been going through. So it's getting you pissed off to the point. You're getting pissed off to the point where you're wanting to do something to make a change. Honestly, if you put your ignorance to the side, again, one thing that we continue to say, and you build community because we are better together, we could teach you what we've done in the past, and it could be great, you know, but we'll have to see how that goes.
What is it? Teach one, each one?
Okay, church. Okay, church.
On that note, we'll see you back after the break. Happy Saturday, y'all. Welcome back to Girl What podcast. And today's episode is called Free Flow Thought. We're jumping right into the Love, Baby, and Other Grown Folks business segment. And we're headed into a 1 year older where we're going to discuss our Capricorn son's birthday.
And you too. You're a Capricorn as well.
Yes, Cappy, Cap. Yes. Yes. I'm a December Capricorn. And MJ and Lil Brock are January Capricorns. Completely different. completely different. Okay. I know that MJ was born on MLK Day, right? His actual birthday, right?
It is.
And my son was actually born on 2 days before the inauguration of Obama. He was supposed to be born on Obama's inauguration. So, you know, it's different living with a Capricorn male.
It's fun at times. Well, I was going to say, and I guess, fun. But you know what? I feel like even with us, like our experiences are different, which I think is interesting.
But you're a Cancer. I think you deal with things differently than I do.
And then with you also, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, Karina being a Cancer, like we, just like you and me, right? We argue all the time, and then we hug later,
right?
You know, but with him being stoic, man. And he'll just say things that are not necessary. Like, I'll be talking to his sister, correcting her, and he'll add something like, that didn't need to be added. Or I'll give him this look like, what? And he'll be like, what? I know it didn't need to be added. I said, yeah, you know what I mean?
Like you already know, so why are you doing it?
Yeah, like, why are you all up in the Kool-Aid trying to show us the flavor when
we already know what the flavor is, right?
Exactly.
Like, you trying to add we don't say flavors, but I'm going to say the flavor. You trying to add grape to the red Kool-Aid.
No, you can't.
It don't mix.
That's blasphemy.
We
don't do that. Not here. So, celebrations. Did you do one for him?
Celebrate good time.
Come on.
I didn't do anything big. And I say that because, so my child, because his birthday is on MLK Day, they always have an extended birthday. Or extended weekend. So when he turned 5, right? Mind you, 1 through 4 birthday parties, nobody ever really came. But year 5, and it wasn't like a bad thing, but year 5, we had it at Sky Zone. Everybody showed up.
Of course they did.
And because I wasn't expecting everybody to show up, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll pay for everybody.
Cover charge.
When I say I paid so much money for that birthday party, I told him, I said, hey, after this one, I was like, what we're going to do is I'm only going to celebrate the big ones if you want to have a party. But because we have a long weekend, you can choose where you want to go, and we will travel there. So that's something that we have been doing. So this year, he was like, when the time came, I was like, hey, so birthdays, and mind you, because his birthday is exactly 3 weeks after Christmas, I start trying to plan even before Thanksgiving. Yeah. So I'm asking him. Because it happens so quickly. Right. It's like, once Thanksgiving comes, it's like boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, hey, like,
can't even breathe.
Do you want to go somewhere for your birthday? Do you want to have a party for your birthday? This is a big year, like turning 16, like boop, boop. He says to me, at first he was like, maybe I want a tattoo. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not opposed to that. For anybody who knows me, I'm tatted up. So, a tattoo is not anything. Okay, maybe we can get matching tattoos. Like,
how old do you have to be in the state of Virginia to get one?
16.
Okay. With parent permission? Okay, that's what I thought.
I think is it 16 or 15? It might be, it's one or the other. It's 15. I'm about to say, I think it might be 15, yeah.
Okay.
But, so I was like, okay, cool. Mind you, my child doesn't like needles. So I'm like, I figured he would probably back out of that, but he had a tattoo picked out. So I was like, all right, bet. Like, that's not a problem for me.
Where does he want to put it?
He wanted to get it on his arm. And
where on his arm?
Like right up here.
Oh, on like the outer
fleshy part.
Okay. Does he know it's going to hurt?
I don't think it hurts.
Well, you don't know what his pain tolerance is. My first tattoo was on my rib.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I have tattoos on most of the places where people say it would hurt. The only place for me, and this is a side note, and I have to make a joke about this. When I had feet, I had tattoos on both of my feet.
Yes. I remember.
And they hurt really bad. Like to the point where I was pinching my arm for one of my tattoos. And when I got done, there was a bruise right here. Like, that's how bad it hurt. But none of the rest of my tattoos have really hurt. It's more so, of course, the annoyance of the buzzing.
Yeah.
But I have a huge one right here. It didn't hurt me.
She pointed to the outer part.
On my right
shoulder.
part of my right shoulder. I have a bunch of lotus flowers. Ooh. They're not lotus flowers. God, no, they're not. They're hibiscus flowers. Jesus.
I think I might follow MJ's move this year. I've been wanting to get a tattoo for Karina because I have one for MJ. Mm-hmm. So, and I wanted to do one, a memorial of my father, but it's trying to find the right artist.
Right.
Tattoo for him as his birthday celebration.
It's like, okay, yeah, we could do a tattoo. Time gets closer. Hey, you still want a tattoo? No, I don't want a tattoo. I don't want to do anything.
Wow.
Nothing at all? He was like, no.
The 1/6.
And that's what I'm like, and mind you.
That's a big milestone.
And this is also me being selfish because, like, bruh, we could go traveling. Like, I love a good travel. Like, what? And he's like, Mom, he's like, because I've been like, you pretty much let me go anywhere I want to go when I've asked you.
He just went to New York, right?
Well, he went to New York with school, so that wasn't his first time going to New York. Mm-hmm. He went to Chicago in the summer. So pretty much literally, and I tell people, except for Vegas and Houston, he's pretty much been to every other major city, like, domestically. So he was like, I've pretty much been everywhere I wanted to go. So I'm like, okay, so you really don't want to do anything? And I'm like pestering him. Like, you sure you don't want to do anything? Like, you want to do nothing? You don't want to go down the street? Like, this is me. Like, you don't want to just leave the state, go next door, like something? And he's like, no, I don't want to do anything. So I'm like, okay. But me being who I am, I can't for the life of me just not do anything. That's not me. So Japanese food, because he loves the whole show, you know, for when they cook in front of you. And hibachi. Then, yes, the good yummy hibachi. And then the thing is also, I don't eat beef. So anytime we go out to eat, I allow him to get a steak or whatever he wants. He can get steak with it as well. So he always gets like the biggest, juiciest steak he can get because that's our rule. And then also, you know, and I know you're anti-Amazon, but shout out to Amazon because they came through in the clutch.
Anti-establishment.
You know, those boxes that you see online, it's like you fill it with the money and then they like pull out the roll. So did that as well. So, you know, pretty much super chill. Still stuff that he wanted. I know that he, even though he said he didn't want to do anything, it was stuff that he enjoyed. So that's that. What about Lil Brock?
So, was it a couple years ago, people were getting sick, and, you know, it's the middle of, like, sickness season. So I made a deal with him a few years ago that we would move his birthday party to the summer. So we do a joint birthday bash with his sister.
With Karina.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, we did a small dinner, you know, and it's like, you know, one gift that he will like, you know. It's very small, intimate, and it takes a lot of the pressure off because, like you said, as soon as Thanksgiving is here, it's like it's running really fast. And then, you know, it's Thanksgiving, then it's my birthday, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's, and then it's his birthday. It's a lot to do, and, you know, I believe in preserving my sanity.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah.
Protect your
That means one more year till he's 18.
And that's when the real fun starts.
Listen, I'm preparing him to get out. Get
but
out.
I'm going to say, it's funny that you say that, just going back to, you know, Christmas. And I know in a previous episode, we talked about, you know, you all taking a trip now for Christmas. And for me, one thing that I have, and now that I think about it, I think maybe it was only his first Christmas where I did real big. Just, of course, again, because knowing that his birthday is right after. I allow everybody else to spoil him for his birthday. For Christmas. And then I typically go all out for his birthday. So
this is boring.
He knows that for Christmas, I'm going to give him the boring stuff that he needs. So, because, you know, I mean, that's I feel like that for a kid of all ages, that's a requirement. Like, you know, you need more undergarments. You need more shirts, clothes, all that jazz. So I'll get that for him.
Toothbrush.
Right. I was going to say, I'm going to say last year what my mom did, just because, of course, I was unemployed. As you mentioned, he went to New York with his school for a trip. So she paid off his trip.
Oh, nice.
And then she also paid to get his hair done. Because we didn't want him looking ragged. Right.
Locked and loaded.
We didn't want no ragged child. So she was like, I'm just letting you know this is your birthday and your Christmas. She was like,
what did he say to that?
He was like, okay. Like, and he was real cool with it. And then my dad told him, first of all, like, he has my dad wrapped around his finger. Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. So my dad was like, because my dad is on a fixed income. He was like, well, he calls Miles man. Well, man, I'm gonna give you like such and such amount of money in January for your birthday and your Christmas. And so when he heard the amount of money that it was, he was like, oh yeah, I'm good with that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, once you get that money, I'm going to deposit it into your bank immediately, because we're not gonna have you just walking around with that much money, because people are crazy.
Well, the banks are even crazier, let me tell you. All it takes is the government to make up some reason they can lock you out of your account.
True.
I'm just going to tell y'all that. So stay prepared, people.
I was about to say, I especially with him, like, with that amount of money, I'm going to have him, like, I always tell people, keep cash on you anyway.
Yeah.
But for a 16-year-old to have that much money.
Oh, yeah.
Is
somebody hungry? Speaking of big back. Big back, big back, big back, big back. Well, no matter how we celebrate, it's always about family and love. Yep. Yes. So.
And the connection. So definitely, but even that, like, again, other celebrations that are going on. Martin Luther King's birthday is also on the 15th as well. Mm-hmm. So, definitely.
Well, who knows how long that's going to stay on the books?
It's going to be on the books for us forever. Like Cardi B said, forever. So, it's like, they can take stuff away, but, like,
they can't take him out of our hearts.
That part.
Listen.
As Miles used to say, Martin Luther the King. It's his birthday, okay? So we going to rock with that. No issues. But we want to thank y'all again for joining us with, that segment. And we will be right back after the break. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, it's Lo May.
And it's your girl, Esther Jade, here on the Saturday for
Girl What? All right, so this episode is called Girl What? We free flow thought. Y'all, I start talking fast and get excited.
You came up with the title.
But let me tell you what, we just been kicking it, nothing in particular. So we kind of been all over the place, but it's been beautiful.
Yes.
So this last little episode we're doing is our segment. Let me not say episode. It's called The Group Chat Got Deep. And, as our good girlfriend, or my good girlfriend, I'm going to say, Cindy Lauper said, girls just want to have fun.
And girls want to have fun. Oh, girls. Okay.
Just wanna
we don't want to infringe on any royalties here, because, they might take us down for that. Or they only do that when you actually play the song.
I think it's...
Oh,
if you play.
Okay.
Because I know that whole song. Listen, because that's my girl. So pretty much Esther and I are going to ask each other some questions.
All right.
And just, we just going to roll, and we're probably going to end up laughing a whole lot with this.
But again, so unserious.
It's just two girls having fun.
That's right. Girls just want to have fun, y'all.
Yeah. All right. So, Esther girl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
What part of your personality only comes out when you're either tired, hungry, or overstimulated?
My anxiety.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, definitely with overstimulated, I have to, like, excommunicate myself from other people. Like, I literally have to, crawl into a hole somewhere because I need to emotionally regulate, and I can't, deal with other people when I'm doing that. And I'm pretty good about, communicating that so people won't be caught off guard. What about you? What part of your personality only comes out when you're tired, hungry, or overstimulated?
Okay, so I actually have a funny story for me being tired. So I help at church with doing the announcements, and a couple of Sundays ago, I was doing the announcements, but I was extremely tired, right? And so I'm typically, like, amazing at doing them, can get through them with no issues. Mm-hmm. Well, this particular Sunday, not only was I, like, fumbling the bag, but I was just so goofy. But then my friend who was doing them with me, I sent her a text later, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm so sorry for, like, holding up the process. Like, I was dead tired. And I told her, I was like, but I'm glad that I left when I did, because what happens is I'll go from being silly on the verge of a crash out. And I told her, I always laugh now when I say this, but I told her, I was like, yeah, I can go from goofy to a YN who has daddy issues. I was
not a YN.
A YN that has daddy issues. Because I like it. Yeah, it'll go from one extreme to the other because it's like I get pissed off because I just want I want bae. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the side that you'll see in me, because it's rare that you'll see me upset or angry. Mm-hmm. But then kind of with you, when I get overstimulated, it's not even me having to get away from everybody. I'll just mentally check out.
Oh, I've seen that plenty of times.
Yeah. Like I'll mentally check out because it's like, it's too much going on. It's too much happening. Let me get in my Zen mode so I can, again, not have one of those moments where I'm reacting or overreacting, which could cause even more people to be overstimulated. So that's that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. If we weren't friends, what do you think your first impression of me would have been? Let's get it. Diabolical.
There could be a few, because it depends on what side of you there would be.
Let's just say the most common one. Common side of me. The spicy side.
I'd probably be like, I don't know what's wrong with her. But but the thing is also with me, though. Right? And that's the thing also with me, like, I can say that I'm really good of not judging people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I can see like, oh, like, but at the same time, it's like, I'm still going to give you an opportunity. Because when I was in college, I used to judge books by their covers all the time. And then those same girls, because I went to an all-girls college, ended up being some of my best friends. So, you know, it's like, after that, I learned definitely you have to get to know a person.
So, okay, I'm going to ask it a different way. What about if the first time you got to know me, about when I did that first crash out recently, if that was your first impression, that crash out was epic.
It was an epic crash out. And I was about to say, and I know she won't mind, because again, she and I have the relationship where we can have open dialogue without anybody feeling any type of way or no emotions being like held. There might be emotions in the moment, but we're not holding on to them.
Yeah.
So just like I told her, I was like, that was a side of her that I've never seen before. So if that was my first impression of you, I probably wouldn't quickly want to get to know you, but in the same instance, because like I said before, like I'm that person who always wants to give people a chance. And then especially also if I had been in the midst of the entire reason for the crash out also, it would probably give me more of a reason to be like, okay, well, she was pissed off. So let me see what she's like when she's not pissed off, kind of thing. So, but that was definitely
you could use your powers of deduction to understand why that crash out was warranted. You know what I mean? Sure. Like I usually don't crash out, but child, I had time that day.
Indeed. And what about you? What would you say about me?
I think you're real laid back. You know what I mean? Like, you're laid back. I will agree with that comment that someone said that you have a God complex. You can't fix everything. You know what I mean? Like, I think you have a very, very good heart, but also I feel like there are people that'll try to take advantage of that.
For sure.
And that's the type of thing that I would be like a mama bear over. Like, I don't, like, you have a goodness in you that makes me protect you.
Yeah.
No, real.
I laugh because that's like my mom when I was telling her about the whole incident. She's like, do I need to come to Richmond?
Yes,
like,
Mama Mona. Yes, like, please. Please.
Like, you know, it's like a lot of times she
was on my side, wasn't she?
Huh?
Was she on my side?
Oh, no, I didn't. Not about that.
Oh, never mind then.
But just with when I was telling you, was it this episode or another episode when I was talking about someone who was staying with me for a while?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. I got you.
So that's that. So let's ask another question. What's a Black household rule you still follow even though you live on your own?
Turning off the light when I leave a room. Because my mom used to get on my gosh darn nerves. I mean, like, I'm going to be right back. And then one day I was like, forget it. Well, actually, no, because now that I have, like, Alexa activated.
You can get her to turn it off.
Yeah.
That part. And see, and that's the thing now, too. It's like so many things. It's like, okay, there were things that we were taught growing up, but it's like with so much technology and having that advantage, it's like, okay, we don't really have to worry about that. For me, that I still do, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I really don't think I have one. Yeah, like for me living on my own, no. And I'm not going to go into detail. I mean, not that people know where I live, but like it's certain things I do. Like we don't lock the doors. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't do that stuff. I say that stuff, but
I lived in the country. We locked the doors.
And see, and that's the thing for me. And anytime my mom comes to visit, she's like, y'all still not locking your doors. I'm like, Ma, like, and she's like, y'all live in such a busy area, like da 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 da. And I'm like, we've been here for 4 years and nothing has ever happened. Like, it's so chill. And so that pisses her off. But I'm just like, or I'm going to tell you now, though, what Miles does.
What is that?
He comes behind.
MJ, you mean?
You know, I don't care. He'll come behind. And this is something that I had initially started, but at this point, again, I don't care. I used to always be like, turn the lights off. So kind of like you. Mm-hmm. So when my mom comes, she'll have all the lights on and he'll go behind her and just cut them all off. cut them all off. And but that's it. Because honestly, the things that my mom really wouldn't want me to do when I was at home, and I think it's just kind of the rebel in me, I do them all. So
what's something Black women are expected to be good at that you absolutely are not?
This is Black people all together.
Okay.
I don't know how to fry chicken.
Well, you can easily figure that out.
I don't want to figure it out.
Dang.
And my mom, and that's the funny thing, because again, like in the other earlier episode, I was telling you how, like, you know, I want to find a boo. And my mom's like, you need to learn how to fry chicken. Like, that's what I'm like, girl, I said, first of all, I don't eat a lot of fried food. So I'm like, I don't, whatever. And then I'm like, if I get a man and he wants fried chicken, we can go to Popeyes.
But that's true.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm not, listen.
Or Publix.
True.
They got better chicken anyway.
I like Popeye's crunchiness.
Yeah, I try not to eat it too much. I eat like fried foods maybe 3 times a year.
See, and that's the thing. I don't eat a lot of fried food. Mm-hmm. So it's just like when I do want it, it's typically me wanting to crave like that extra crunchiness. But I will say, and this is again, welcome to Big Back. Welcome to the Big Back Club.
We talking about food, and our engineer is just dying of hunger right now.
Listen, but and this is not gonna help.
Sorry,
but that catfish and those chicken wings from the thing that we had on New Year's Day. No. The one we had with Culture Mix Radio on New Year's Day.
Oh my God, baby. It was like someone's grandma made them.
Listen,
and that fried fish.
Was it Chef Tim? Shout out to Chef Tim.
Yes, please bring us more food, please. We're hungry.
That was amazing.
Feed us. Feed me, Seymour.
Like, when I got home and I had brought Miles some, because I had gotten chicken and fish, and I let him try one of the chicken wings, and he was like, "All this chicken for me?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." He said, "Oh, all right, I just want to make sure because I'm about to eat it." Like,
at least he asked,
right? Because he was like, and when I tell y'all, I did not hear a peep out of him. And then I went in there to see him knocked out. I was like, oh.
He was in a food coma.
Coma indeed. But yeah.
Well, I'm absolutely not good at being subservient.
But do you think that?
Yes. Fix your man a plate. The quickest way through a man's heart is through his stomach. I only cook for the people that I pushed out of me. And the ones I love the most.
I wouldn't. You know what? Okay, side note. Speaking of, when summertime comes, I'm going to need you to make that fruit salad again. And some applesauce. Y'all, Esther be cooking for me, okay?
I love you. There's a lot of labor that goes into it.
I'm one of the people that she loves, okay? Because she spoils me. But no, like, I feel like a lot more women these days, and maybe I'm wrong, but like my crew, that's not something that we do. Or that they do, I should say, because I'm acting like I got a man. No. I don't even make stuff for my son. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I see. And even for my mom, like, it's rare for her to make my stepdad a plate.
Well, I'm just saying that as an example, right? Like, I'm just not subservient at all. I'm a disobedient disobedient deviant.
You're a rebel. Rebel with the cause.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't know, now you know. But all right, so what is something people outside of Richmond just wouldn't get about us?
About Richmond as a culture?
Richmond as a culture, Richmond, Richmond, the people. I'm going to say the black people specifically. The blacks, the native blacks of Richmond.
You know, I don't know. I'm going to let you go with that one first because I don't know. Because I'm not a native Richmonder. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up outside of Richmond. I mean, like, now I am, but, like, I'm a transplant, if, you know, when you're asking about it. But what do you think?
One thing I would say that you just don't get, there are sides and ends. And when I say that, we have North Side and South Side and East End and West End. And those are all actually pretty much counties that are adjacent to the city. Mm-hmm. So it's the city proper, and then you have Henrico, Chesterfield, Hanover, all that stuff like that. But even though Hanover is not considered part of the sides and ends. But, you know, that's one thing that I would say. And I was about to say,
it's time for That's It.
We're about to say,
yes,
we're going to wrap up.
Yes. So for What's the Tea, Sis, we talked about America, the ghetto, and we talked about the current events of...
In the ghetto.
Oh, yes. You know? I love that. Do that again.
In the ghetto.
We need to make a beat off of that. The other... Our other segment, Love, Baby, and Other Grown Folks Things, Lo and I both talked about celebrating our son's birthdays, who are actually a Capricorn as well as I am. And then we went into the group chat, got deep, and we talked about how girls just want to have fun.
Just want to have fun.
And now we're here with you. We're hoping that you find a lot to do and a happiness and wholeness in 2026. Thank you for joining us for another wonderful episode of
Girl What?
Podcast.
See you next week.
Peace.
Stay connected to Girl What Podcast by following us online. You can follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Girl What Podcast. That's GURLWHETPODCAST. We'd love to keep in touch with you. Come on, keep talking with us. That's what we do, right? Mm-hmm. So we have our, reflections. If you have any questions, comments, or you yourself want to reflect on anything you've heard us talk about, please don't be afraid to hit us up. Again, you can hit us up in our DMs on Instagram, or if you want to comment under one of our YouTube posts, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, both of those handles are Girl What Podcast, GURLWHETPODCAST.
And you also have the option to leave us a voice memo in our DMs or leave us a voice message at 804-476-0905. Again, that number is 804-476-0905. And with your permission, we may feature it in a future episode. Your voice helps us shape meaningful dialogue on Girl What. So remember to stay in community. Remember to stay bold. And girl, keep talking.